Hi everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to Crossed Paths.
Here we
It's
are.
me, Lucian, and Dave.
And yeah,
But you
and it was
know-
here, Dave. Yep. Yes, everyone rejoice that I'm here.
Yes. Who do we have here? We have scroll up.
All right.
Oh,
We've
it
got
left me. Hi
Luna.
Luna. Hi Opal. Hi Kay. Hi Jamie.
We have Jamie.
Hi Nads.
Nads.
I love your channel name.
Natasha.
Hi Natasha. Hi
Alina. Is that right? Eleni. Eleni Gunter.
Hello. Who else?
A Crohn's Intuition.
Hi, Nancy. Hi, Chris.
Look at you with the fancy know all the first names. Yeah.
That's
Oh, look at Making Mundane Magical.
Hi, Jakari. Hi, Wiccan. Hi, Crystal.
Witchy
Hi, Isis.
in the Woods.
Oh, crap. That's the one thing I forgot was to write down names. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, but you better get get a pad and a pen because you're the scribe.
Yes,
Scribbling.
I am.
Get
You
your
have a pen over there.
Do I look like
something.
Do I look like Big Pen? I don't have a pen. Oh man, hurry up! You're killing the show.
Oh, I found one.
There you go. You found one.
Okay.
Anyways, let's go over the ground rules before I even get started. See, yeah, some of you guys got it right here. Look at this. I love it with the little lovely guy at the end.
That.
Make one of those in the chat like Nads did, and that's how you get on the list. He'll write it down. Why don't you do it on your phone, like you usually do?
Oh, true.
Because that'd be easier.
So
So you make one of those, or I can put a graphic up here too, because I'm fancy like that. One of them things. Well, it's over here. Oh, his head's in the way. There it is. There it is. Right there. Make one of those in the chat. We'll add you to the list.
Okay.
We'll add you to the list, but don't post your question yet. When we read your name on the list and come to your name, we will ask you to post your question.
Hi, Raven. Hi, John.
All right.
Also, guys, just a friendly reminder. If people come in and they automatically just post their question and they're not aware of the posting the arrow first, just be respectful and just let them know, hey, there's a little bit of a list. We don't want to be like shouting at them and like, hey, like there's a line. Just let them know. Post an arrow and we'll have them ask for their question later. And if someone needs to be added to the list, guys, just make sure that you put their name in all caps so that we can see it if we missed it.
Wow, that's a lot to remember.
Was that confusing?
Look, if you guys break the rules, we just send wild monkeys out to your house to get you.
So before I create the list, we have a surprise for everybody today.
Well, we have a guest.
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise?
A surprise guest.
Surprise guest.
Yes.
Who's our surprise guest? Build him up.
Chris!
That's not really building him up. This is Chris, guys. Welcome, Chris.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me, Lucian and Dave. Good, damn good. Thank you. How are you guys?
So glad to have you. This is really exciting. We haven't done this in a while to have like a 3-person reading.
Or guest. We haven't had guests on in a while.
I know. It's been a long time since we had a guest.
Well, because our internet's been kind of shit-tastic. But we finally got that worked out.
Hold on. I need to put this list down together.
Yeah, let's get this list. Read it out. Let's see what we have so far.
I haven't written anything.
Well, that's good. We have nobody.
I'm putting it down. Don't worry. Okay, here we go.
Hello, everyone that's saying hello to me, by the way.
Yeah, everyone's saying hi, Chris. Hi, Chris. Well, Chris, tell us a little bit, because like you and I, we haven't even. I mean, you and Lucian talk a lot. I barely know who you are. You're just one of the many people that has him buried in his phone 24/7. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Oh gosh. Okay, so I'm from Scotland, as you might be able to tell from my accent. So I'm going to do my best to speak slowly so that people can understand me, because sometimes I've got a habit of, when I get on a roll, I speak fast. So I'm going to have to kind of chill that out a wee bit. So if I do, if you feel as though people aren't picking me up, then just stop me and say, you need to enunciate your words more. Enunciate. I'm I came to the tarot very early on. I picked up tarot when I was about 9 years old, I think. So I've been doing it for about, just over 20 years.
Nice.
Yeah. What else do you want to know, Dave?
So how do you read? Do you read intuitively? Do you like have every card memorized? Like, what is your approach?
A bit of both. I've kind of learned the meanings of it as I've gone along.
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of these people who's kind of, I'm not like, I've not read tarot every day for the last 20 odd years. I've kind of gone through wee phases of being really into it, and then sometimes I'll go through phases of, not really coming to it that much. So kind of when I come back into it, I kind of relearn it, and I feel as though I learn a wee bit more every time. So yeah, I like to kind of think that I've got, a base mostly on, the actual meanings behind the cards. Mm-hmm. But, obviously, like, sometimes you'll pick up things in the pictures and stuff like that, and I would never just ignore that. A wee bit of both is the short answer.
No, that's good. I like the short, the long answer. Because let me tell you, your accent is yummy. I'm just going to put that out there.
It really is.
It's yummy. Like, all right, we're not going to. All right, I change of plans. We're not going to do any readings today. We're just going to sit here and listen to Chris talk.
Yeah, he is going to be doing all the readings today. Well, we're just going to listen to him.
Bro, I've literally got nothing else to say. That's me. I've run out of things to say about myself.
How convenient.
How convenient. All right, what's our list?
So I created the list, guys. First, I just want to say hi to some people.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Jezebel Von Tex. Welcome.
Hi, Emma. Hi, Terry. Hi, Zane. Hi, Natasha. Jamie. Sophie. So last time we got to everyone through the list except for a few.
Oh, yeah. Did we have some?
If Toadstool Tarot, guys, if Robin pops in, let me know if he does, and I'm gonna have to put him at the top, towards the top. And Jez, I'm putting you at the top as well because I remember you two had to skip out right before we got to you guys. So as promised, you will be getting a reading very first.
And look at Jezebel says that is a yummy accent. See, it is yummy.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Not like my Rhode Island accent.
So the readings go as such. And for now, guys, this is all we're going to do. And then if anyone else comes in later, just let them know. I'll put them on the backup list. So we have Javon first, Jakari Thomas, Nads, Lunar Eclipse, Opal Owl, Terry Sapphire Frog, Raven Morning Glory, Jamie Kelly, Shadow Oak Manor, Elaine? Is it Elaine or Aline? Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh my God!
Wait a minute. And then Natasha Wilson and Kay Thompson.
We have a YouTube first.
What?
I'm yummy too. I think it's the first time I've ever been called.
Oh, so cute. Okay. Wow. So, what deck is everyone going to be reading with today?
Well, we were just talking about that backstage. So,
before we begin,
so I've got a few before me. I've got the Light Seers here, which I haven't read with yet, I don't think. So that's a contender. What else is next to me?
I am mostly going to be using Light Seers. But then I also am going to test out a little bit of the Claire de Lune Lenormand, which is gorgeous.
I might pull out the Forest of Enchantment. This deck is very different, so I tend to struggle with some cards because it's just completely out there. But I got to remember just to read intuitively, and let's see how it goes. Yeah. Now, so what we're doing, one card each?
No, 2 cards each.
We're doing a 2 card each,
so
Jabba?
2 cards, I'll pull 2 cards. Pull 2 cards. That didn't come out as English. I'm sorry about that.
That's, what do you call that? What language is that?
That was Lucian language.
Lucianese.
Yes, we're speaking Lucianese.
Speaking the
right now.
Lucianese over here.
And I'm using Lightseers.
Awesome.
We've got lights here.
And I've got the good old faithful just as a backup, just in case
Backup.
I need to jump in and help me.
Sweet.
All right. Okay. Who's
so
first?
let's get started.
Wait a minute. Do we want to do a video?
Let's do the intro thingy.
I forgot
Hold on,
the intro
guys.
thing. The intro thingy, and I clicked the wrong button.
You did. Okay, it's right there. Okay.
Oh, I still have to make a new one.
1 second, guys.
Well, welcome to Cross Paths. And that's it. That's a little video. Okay, video's over. Thanks. Bye. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, God.
All right, who's first? Let's get a question in here.
First up is Javon. What is your question?
Oh, someone said something to us. What's that?
Crosspass. Hey, Lucian, I sent you an IM. Oh, okay. Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah, encourage him to go into his phone. All right, now that's enough illusion for the day. Okay. All right, so who's first?
Oh, yeah. That's completely fine, Jamie.
Oh,
She just has to boogie at 2:30. So she said when we get to her, I'll read the question that she just texted me, and we can still do the reading, and then she'll watch back.
oh, okay. All right, got it. Remember that.
I shall.
All right, first up,
Hold on. Where's she?
make a star.
Love reading. Is it Jezebel?
Okay.
Okay, who's first? Was Jezebel, right?
Yes.
Jezebel.
She would like a love reading. She
Oh.
missed my guy.
Okay. It's love readings. Well, okay, first love reading I think I've ever done with the Lightseers Tarot. Let's see. Get these things shuffled up good because I don't. Last time I was doing love readings, I was using New Era Elements. Oh, that didn't go well. Oh, we have a jumper. Nope, didn't make it to the ground. All right, here we go. 2 cards. Oh my God, I like what I got. This deck is behaving today. All right, first up, we've got, well, why don't you pull your one first?
Why me first? You go.
I just want to see what you got. I don't even know what that means anyways. First card's the sun. Feel the warmth, it's fulfillment, happiness. I mean, look at that card, right? So something, feel the warmth. Next card is the star card. You're the star of the show. So, I don't know. Someone's got you on their mind, girl. I think your guy misses you too, because there's a lot of, look at what we got here. So I don't know what these guys are going to pull, but this is what we've got right here. We've got the sun, bask in its glow, and then we get the star card. The sun is a star. Did you guys know that? Yeah. So a lot of star power there. Definitely what we got here.
So we're talking about star power there?
We're talking about someone has her on their mind, in their heart, because she is the star of someone's show. Ah.
Well, for you, I pulled Javon the key. And the snake.
Oh boy.
Ooh. Well, it's interesting because obviously with keys, we think about unlocking opportunities, paths are opened up that were previously blocked. It's also about answers and breaking through, having that revelation, that aha moment. And then the snake, I know most of the time it can be viewed as like trickery, as well as envy, because you think the snake from the Garden of Eden.
The Garden of Eden. I prefer the Garden of Odd, but that's okay.
The Garden of Eden, not even though they're probably all even. But the snake also represents seduction. Ooh, as I just knocked the cards over.
Ooh,
So what I
seduction.
see is it's about taking that pent up ooh la la feeling that you've been feeling this whole time due to what are we in? What's it called? That
COVID-19.
No, what's it called when you're trapped? Quarantine.
Quarantine.
You've been in quarantine. That soon things are going to be looking up. There's a lot of pent up energy that's waiting to be released, and oh, girl, expect lots of seduction.
So celebrate the end of quarantine like two wild
Yes,
animals.
with the star.
With two wild
and the
animals in
sun.
the night.
And what'd you get there, Chris?
Jezebel, I have pulled for you. So the first card I've got here is the Six of Swords. So it's going the opposite way for what I think. So Six of Swords. So I mean, I suppose it makes sense, in this context because you're saying, you miss your guy. So the Six of Swords basically shows me yous being apart from each other. Six of Swords, you normally think about the sword suit and everything that's come before that, and it maybe suggests that there's been some shit going on. And the Six is kind of you taking that time apart to, let things settle, heal a bit. So it might be, although it doesn't feel good that you're apart from your person that you're missing just now, it's a necessity. Nine of Pence is the second card I've pulled though. So the first thing I would say is, use the time to, to treat yourself, spend what am I trying to say? Treat yourself, spend this time, just enjoying yourself really. Nine of Pentacles is a really positive card. It shows someone who's got a really solid foundation. So, I know that you're feeling a wee bit shitty just now, but there's a really positive outlook there for you. So that's what I see in this. And it's Nine of Pentacles is good when it comes to the old pennies in the pocket as well. I'm just going to say, we'll leave it on that. That's what I got.
Awesome.
It goes really well with the star card and the sun for positivity.
Yeah, it's definitely. Oh,
it's going to be a hot moment.
Wait a minute. What is Garden of Eden? That's what quarantine is. This I
Right.
must have I'm round. That's it.
Well, round is a shape.
Yeah, I'm in shape round. All right.
I'm in shape round.
I'm in a shape round.
Oh my god, that's the new thing. Hi Marge, hi Janice.
So I hope
Hi,
just that
Dory.
made some sense. It sounded like it made sense to me, but I'm a little smoking.
Did
here,
that
so-
help, Javon? Thank you all three, giving a lot of hope on getting to see him again. Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah.
Cool.
Cool beans.
Okay. So up next we have Jakari Thomas. Type your question in all caps, please. Whenever you're ready.
In all caps, por favor. Someone's going to tell me the trick to shuffling, because I shuffle like I'm a 90-year-old guy with arthritis.
Dude, this is Dave shuffling.
Look at because they want to go flying. See?
Oh,
See?
shit.
See? They
We're
jump.
flying, and we have jumper.
They're yumpy over here.
See, I feel as though I shuffle really loud, so I'm being really conscious about how I'm shuffling because I don't want the microphone to pick it up and just hear me like. That'll be fun for everyone.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like I have to do that to shuffle. I gotta, because I won't get these things shuffled, and we'll end up with the same cards over and over
So
again.
Jakari says, "May I ask, do you see me and M. Morris in a relationship for this year?"
For this year,
Jeez, why can't I shuffle this? There we go. Things were like not working out. Okay.
plus these cards are very thick.
Ooh, child.
That was kind of how I felt when I saw my cards, Lucian. So I'll be interested to hear what you've got to say.
Huh. Oh, I'm going for.
Yeah.
All right, first card I have is 8 of Pence. Let me make me big. I gotta be big. Whoop. So we got the 8 of Pentacles. So 8 of Pentacles is typically, when it comes up, it's a balance card. And when I look at this card, I see a woman with her back to me, which tells me that proverbially you're facing away. So that tells me maybe relationship wise, not kind of going so well right now, or it could be because of the quarantine or whatever. Next card is our Strength card. Now, whenever this comes up, it says be strong, stick with it. Which tells me, the answer to your question is, what's that?
Oh, that's a wave. Sorry.
Why are you waving?
The K who just came in.
Oh, okay. Anyways, you totally threw me. It means be strong, stick with it, let nature take its course. It could very well happen. Stop making fun of me.
It's cost.
I'm gonna light you on fire. But I'm getting a little bumpiness here. It might be something that you're gonna need to be strong and be patient for. What do you got?
I don't know. Let me look at my costs. So I pulled the ring and no, dude, stop. Seriously.
No.
Stop.
No.
I pulled the ring, the lily. I don't know if you can see it. There we go.
It's very glary.
I know. I'm sorry, guys. There we go. So the ring and the lily. Woo, child. So obviously with the ring, it's all about union. It's about relationships, friendships. Obviously a pinnacle moment in your life is about to happen. And then with the lily here, it's about maturity, wisdom. A gift is being presented to you. It's also about romance, obviously. Sorry, when you think about it, you give someone flowers.
He was buffering
as a token of gratitude. So it's like, yeah, something good is headed your way. Possible marriage, especially for the fact that it's a ring and flowers as a gift. Hello.
That makes sense. Because, I've got the 8 of Pentacles. So once you get married, all that surplus cash is gone. You just learn to balance a budget, because I've never been so poor.
Start saving now, girl.
And being married takes strength. Let me tell you. Takes strength
to deal with stupid.
Takes strength to deal with stupid. Yes. Very well said.
It takes strength to deal with buffering.
Oh, yeah. You got that one down. All right. So, Chris, what do you got?
Jakari, I mean, is what I would kind of say. Look at that. I mean, could you have pulled a more positive reading for a love reading? Do you know what I mean? So I've got the 10 of Cups and the 6 of Cups. So do you know what? See, no matter what happens to Carrie, I think that you're going to be happy. You're going to feel fulfilled. M. Morris, is this maybe someone from, that you've known for a long time, someone from your past? I would just ask. If then absolutely. But either way, things are looking great. I don't see any negativity in this at all. Sorry, I'm aware that I keep throwing my cards off the side of my screen. But brilliant. Great reading.
Nice. You keep moving on up. Moving on up.
Did that help, Jakari?
Yeah.
While we're waiting for a response.
While we're waiting for him to buffer.
Oh, there we go. Thank you. And I do have to say, Chris has a cool accent.
Oh my God, it's yummy. I love that accent. I'm gonna record this and just listen to it.
You know what that means I'm gonna have to do, Dave? If you find that accent yummy, I might have to just start practicing a Scottish
Oh,
accent
please
now.
don't butcher the Scottish accent.
When I try and attempt to do a British accent, what do you call it, Dave? British?
British.
British.
It's a fake ass British accent. It's like, oh no, Lucy's doing is British again.
So that's good, Jakari. I'm glad that we helped. Up next is Nads.
Nads. Everyone
Type your
loves her.
question in all caps, please.
I love Dad.
And then after Nads is Luna Eclipse.
Let's switch it up. I'm gonna switch it up. Since I'm in such a freaking giddy mood. We'll see how this goes. It's more weed. Do the Doggo in Wonderland.
No.
Well, it's a book.
What does a SAG partner mean? Does anybody know what that means?
Sagittarius.
Oh, right, sorry.
It's okay. It took me a minute to figure that out. So my Sagittarius partner and I have been together for almost a year. 3 weeks ago. Wait, what?
3 weeks ago, yes, he asked for space to deal with
okay,
financial and health issues. No contact since. What are his current thoughts? Oh. All right. Yeah, I'm glad I'm switching to the Wonderland. Okay.
This is a big question, so I'm gonna.
Oh, this is heavy. I'm gonna need the toke after this one.
The Lightseers.
Now I'm the odd man out. Oh, riveting.
It's okay. After the next two, then then Chris will switch, and then you'll switch back to this one.
I'll learn how to shuffle someday, not like a 50-year-old lady. I think 50-year-old ladies probably can shuffle better than me.
Well, aren't you close to a 50-year-old later?
I'm gonna punch you in the
Why
nads.
can't I talk today?
Yeah, you might want to stop and just not talk. Okay. Well.
Ooh. Okay.
All right. First card I have is Eight of Cups. When I see this card here, if you'll notice that the Eight of Cups, she's done stacking the cups. She's done her a task or all she can do. Now she walks away. And what that means is you do the best you can do. But things are kind of out of your control, and it is time to kind of be patient, back up, possibly just let things take their course, because sometimes it's just not meant to be. The next card is Three of Swords. Again, a very tough card to get, but there's some brokenheartedness there. It's a tough situation, but it's tough. But it just may be, he may need his space. The thing is, what you need to decide is, how much space is enough space, because you do have to focus on yourself and your happiness. What do you got?
Word. So I pulled the nine. What is this? The Nine of Swords. And then I also pulled the Chariot. So judging by the Nine of Swords, it's usually about fears, doubts, anxieties. Everything in your life, especially your current situation, is stressing you to the max. Causing a lot of issues, tension, unhappiness. And then with the Chariot card, as we know, it's all about strength and movement and about direction. It's like moving forward, but having control of the direction you're going. So you're at this critical point where it's obvious that due to the circumstance, you're stressed over it, but you need to figure out the direction you want to go. Do you Because you have a choice with the two horses because they're black and white. So, yeah, you have a big decision to figure out, but you need to stick strong with what your gut instinct is telling you to do.
See, just before I give my reading, I can see in the chat that some people are saying there's feedback from my mic. I've turned my volume down a bit, so if you could let me know if that's it sorted. Otherwise, I might need to ask Dave for some techie help here because I'm not sure how to fix it. In terms of the reading, Nads, I pulled a couple of cards for you. So I've got the Knight of Pentacles here. So, you know, looking at the Knight of Pentacles, you know, he likes to take things slow. And that can be unexpected because he's a knight. You know, you expect fire, you expect him to be charging in on a horse, you know, but at the end of the day, he's still got that pentacle suit, he's still got that kind of earth suit, so he still likes to, you know, get the foundations right. He's the slowest of all the knights, if you want to think about it that way. So it's really important that whatever is happening with him right now, that he is allowed to take that at his own pace, and, you know, deal with that in his own way. I've also got the High Priestess, and the question that I was kind of thinking about when I was shuffling was, you know, what is he thinking about you? High Priestess, you know, if you think about the High Priestess, you know, that tells me that he has the utmost respect for you. He might be a wee bit intimidated, you know, by, you know, I'm not sure. Just your personality, your success, you know, just the brilliant person that you are. Because I mean, I know when I see a High Priestess, I'm a wee bit like, oh, do you know what I mean? Don't want to mess with her. What else was I going to say? The Knight of Pentacles is a very kind of down to earth, you know, to me, a very down to earth, literal type person. The High Priestess likes to kind of be mysterious and talking riddles, and there's a lot of subtext involved with the High Priestess. So maybe something to reflect on is when, you know, if you do end up interacting with this person again, if you do end up, you know, if the relationship goes forward and whatnot, have a think about like just spelling things out for him a wee bit more, because us guys, we struggle with subtext, and we struggle when, you know, when things are hinted at and we're not told things, you know, this is what I want. I know that I certainly do anyway. I won't speak for all guys. So yeah, I'm getting a wee bit of that. So that's maybe just a wee something to think about.
Ah, interesting. So Nads, I hope that helped. That made a little bit of sense. All right. Yeah, I think the feedback's gone, so I think that I think we're sounding good. What are you doing over there? I see you grumbling and groaning, and what's going on?
Oh no, I'm not. Sorry.
Yeah, waiting for the next name.
Did that help, Nads? Okay. Deal. Wait, what?
Okay, deal.
I'll say things as they are. Oh, okay, cool.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Oh, she says this one. Thanks, guys. You are adorable.
Oh, thanks, Nads.
I know I'm adorable, and I kind of elevate the. Nothing. Okay, who's next?
Up next, we have Luna Eclipse. Luna, what is your question,
Luna
love?
Eclipse, please post your
And then
question.
after Luna is Opal Owl.
Luna's asking, is he spying on me on Facebook?
Oh, interesting. Okay, I'm gonna go back to using Lenormand for this one.
Out of interest, Luna, would it be a good thing if he was spying on you? Do you want him to be spying on you, or would that be bad? Just
oh my gosh! I just realized something. Up next is Luna and I am using the Clair de Lune. Wait, did that make sense? Like Lune as in Luna, as in the moon?
All right,
I
first, yeah, sure.
Like
Yeah,
a really bad joke.
yeah, okay. First card is the Three of Wands. Now, when I see this card, right, I do see someone looking or observing, right? The bunny guy there, whatever the hell it is, presumably, is, not presumably, he's on the shore looking at the ships. So there's definitely some observance. But when I see that, the question to be asked is he coveting the ships, right? Is he wishing he was on them? Maybe, oh shit, I was late, right? So I missed my boat. Or is he realizing that the ships must move on? His place is here on land, and he needs to say, goodbye to us. So put that in. What do you do? Yeah, that's life.
So rude.
You got your own drink. The next card is the Ten of Cups. Now, this is a pretty good card. When I see the Ten of Cups, I see celebration. I see happiness, right? So there's definitely someone watching. So the short answer is I think so. I think so.
Yeah, I think that bunny is watching those ships as booty and being like, I want me some of that.
That's what I'm thinking. And again, you look at the Ten of Cups card, the celebration. Is that a something that he's wishing for?
Well, no, because you said that the bunny's watching, but to me, it's like he's watching from a distance. Oh,
well,
He's been stalking.
Thanks for contributing. Could you read your cards now?
Yep. So I pulled the key. And then I also pulled, no pun intended, the moon. How cool is that, Luna? I pulled you. That sounds wrong. But, so, we have the key, which, as we know, unlocks things. It opens up opportunities. But the key also represents answers that are being opened, revelations, breakthroughs, solutions, and accessibility. So, girl, he'd definitely be watching because he has access to anything and everything if he really wants to be watching something.
And it's great if you want to get yourself pulled.
And then we have the moon, which I'll just show up again, which represents intuition, creativity, talent, realization, especially intuition. So trust your instinct. If you think he's doing something or creeping out on you, he probably is. Trust your instinct.
All right, moving on. Boing.
Right. I'm going to try and talk through the cards that I've pulled. I'm going to be honest, I'm having a wee bit of trouble reading that question from these cards, but I'll talk it through and we'll see where we end up. So I've got the Knight of Swords and the Emperor. I mean, following on and building on what Lucian and Dave have said, I would say, yeah, he's definitely got his eye on you. The Knight of Swords, to me, it is that kind of, swords are all about communication and the Knights are about action and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, communication online to me is what the Knight of Swords is about. Just doing a wee bit of intuitive reading, to be honest. The Emperor's got the chess piece in his hand, so I would question whether he's a bit of a game player. Might be a good thing, might not be. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing there. So I'm sorry, I know that's not the best answer to your question in the world. But just based on that Knight of Swords, I would be saying, yeah, he's definitely kind of got his eye on you and he's ready to jump on that motorbike and follow wherever the crow flies.
Yeah, that makes sense though.
It's
'Cause when you
interesting
think
with the
about it,
chess piece. Yeah.
because also a
Little
knight,
bit of
when you
that.
think about it, they're there to protect. They're there after their maiden or mistress or whoever it is they're saving.
They're knight in shining
They're the
armor.
knight in shining armor. So it's not like he's stalking you to be like, oh, he's obsessed. It's more like he's just checking out on you to make sure that you're safe.
But is it,
Hopefully.
but
That's what I
no,
get.
but the chess piece though, is he playing games? Because that's a good
I
one.
think the chess piece in this is, I mean, given that it's the Emperor, it's probably supposed to actually symbolise strategy, isn't it? Like, that's what the Emperor's all about, like, kind of, you know, following the rules and strategy and all that kind of thing. And that game, chess is a game of strategy, so maybe that's more what that's supposed to traditionally symbolise. But to me, that just popped into my head. I was like, oh, is he maybe playing a wee bit of a game here? So, yeah, just something to either watch out for or, you know, enjoy it if that's what you're you know, sometimes we want a wee bit of game playing. So, yeah.
Oh, interesting. He's a water sign. Water signs are usually all about emotions, so he's very good at manipulating your feelings and what you want to think that's happening is probably something else. Cool. So, oh, yep, she just said, such a good reading. Thanks, guys. Hope that helped you, Luna.
Yeah, it's awesome. Next.
So up next we have Opal Owl, and then after Opal is Terry Sapphire Froggy.
Light him up. Yeah, I think I'm digging the Taro in Wonderland today.
Oh, he's a Cancer sign. Interesting. Oh yeah, Cancer the crab.
Yeah, that's who I'm married to.
What? You calling me a crab?
You
I
definitely
was gonna be like, you calling me a Cancer? Rude.
no, I just mean the crab because you tend to get crabby.
Oh, I can be crabby.
We all have our crabby moments, don't we? I get crabby when I'm trying to
Opal
shuffle.
would like a spiritual reading, por favor.
Spiritual.
For spiritual reading. Actually, you know what? For the spiritual, let's get the big guns out.
The big guns.
Yes, big guns.
That's not your go-to deck.
What?
That's not your go-to deck.
What do you mean?
What's your go-to deck?
Well, no, for the readings, because those give more general, quick ones. This goes a little bit more in depth.
All right. Anyways, let's see what we got. 8 of Pentacles.
Who's pulled up?
Interesting. All right, so we're gonna start with the 8 of Pentacles. Let's make me beg. And voila! 8 of Pentacles. When I say 8 of Pentacles, again, it's a balance, it's creativity, it's productivity. Which tells me there's some work ahead. It's basically saying, you know, it's time to buckle down and do, you know, really get into your spiritual learning and practicing. Okay. And then, of course, we have the 7 of Swords. This card, you look at this card, Alice seems to be in a battle for her life, which also is going to be an aspect of this. I think what, you know, spiritually, you may also feel like you're spiritually under assault, maybe questioning some things or, you know, maybe doubting some things. That's where the 8 of Pentacles, the productivity, comes in. You need to face those things that may be attacking you spiritually, and set them right, and really kind of focus on turning those things that are chipping away at your spirituality. Work on turning those around. Fight that fight, because you don't want to keep feeling that feeling like Alice is feeling here, of being attacked.
Then I pulled Temperance. So yummy. And the Knight of Wands. So here with the Temperance card, there we go. We know that it's about balance, patience, moderation, tranquility, inner peace. Especially with balance. When it comes to spirituality, you have to learn that it's all about patience. It's about balance. It's about realizing you're going to have some ups, you're going to have downs, but it's all about that's what makes spirituality. It's not about being completely perfect at every single aspect of every single thing you do. When everyone first starts out with what they're doing, they always want to like get to the end super, super quickly. It's about realizing that you will have moments where you'll fail at things. You'll have moments where you'll succeed. But it's all about that learning progress that is the most important. Maintaining that balance of realizing, you know what, I will be able to master both and realize that there will be in between at some point. And then we have the Knight of Wands. Oh, where's the camera? Yeah. And the Knight of Wands usually represents like energy, adventure, confidence, being open-minded. And it's really about having confidence in yourself to realize that you have all the power and the ability in the world. You just got to tap into that creativity because that's what spiritualism is all about. It's about not being afraid to just go out there and make a mess, being adventurous. What's the word? Experimenting, as I say all the time. That's what the joys of spiritualism is all about. It's about connecting with everything around you and connecting with what you're best at doing and discovering.
Nice. Okay, switch it on.
And Opal, for you, I've got the Hermit and Strength. So I actually really like these cards for your reading. So what I would say is, you know, take a step back, take a moment to kind of chill out. The Hermit is saying, you know, have some alone time. Do you know what I mean? Spend some time, you know, meditating or you know doing whatever works for you. But for me, I see the Hermit and the Hierophant as being kind of opposites. The Hierophant is drawing knowledge from you know the people around about you. The Hermit is going inside. You know, it's drawing knowledge from inside you. So this is telling me that you know the answers are in you. Don't be like kind of being drawn away by what other people are doing or by what other people are telling you should be doing. Only you really know the answer to your questions and how to solve whatever issues you feel you're having. Okay. Strength. Really think about how, you know, take some time to kind of ponder what your strengths are. Strength for me is all about, you know, it's twofold. It's about knowing, you know, knowing what you're good at. Do you know what I mean? And focusing your attention there. Okay. So if you know that, for example, Lenormand really not your thing, don't try and don't focus on that. Do you know what I mean? Bring your focus away from that. You know, think about the things that you like, that you're good at, and really take some time to meditate. You know, turn inwards. And you know, if you do that, then you know, I think Lucian pulled the Knight of Wands, which is like fire of fire. So it's all systems go after that. But yeah, take some time to chill out and don't put too much pressure on yourself because you know spirituality is a very individual thing. So yeah, I think that's all I've got to say. Hope that helped.
Awesome.
There we are. I hope that helped, Opal. And Denise and KL, I both added you to the list. So just a reminder. So Opal just went. Up next is Terry, then Raven, Morning Glory, Jamie, Shadow Oak, Elaine, Natasha, Kay, Denise, and then KL.
Well, we've been on for an hour. We've only done 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait,
we've only done 5
an hour? No, it's been for like less than 45 minutes.
49 minutes.
Oh, well, okay, whatever. Well, still.
Great. I love it.
I'd rather
Time's
have.
flying for me. I don't know about you guys, but this is flying, and I'm really enjoying this.
Me too.
It's absolutely.
Definitely. So Terry, you are up next, love.
All right.
No problem, Opal. Oops. I'm here for a minute.
Oh, you're switching decks? No?
No, I'm just putting my cards back in here
Uh,
into the deck so I can shuffle
I'm just sticking with the Alice deck. I'm feeling it. Feeling it over here.
them. Feeling your hair.
I'm feeling the Alice deck right now. I'm feeling the Wonderland where I like to be. I'm in the Wonderland. Actually, I view myself more as the caterpillar. All right. We're waiting on a question, yeah?
Yes. I'm just going in here to
What's the name?
It's for Terry.
Terry.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Just waiting for Terry's question. Mama Froggy.
Chirp, chirp, chirp.
No worries, Kay. Was Kay on the list? Kay Thompson?
Yeah,
Yep.
KL. I added K. And Denise. Whispers.
Kay's saying she's got to run out, but she'll check back and see when she's back home and see where we are.
Terry says the questions above. Did you see it?
Oh, she asked a question
Y'all?
a long time ago.
I don't know.
No, all I've got from Terry is
on the phone?
crawfish pie.
Sometimes
and
the
interesting reading.
StreamYard dashboard's a little goofy.
Unless you want a reading about crawfish pie, Terry.
Yeah, Terry. The only thing that we saw previously is crawfish pie.
Oh, we can read about crawfish because I'm starving. Oh my god. YouTube. All right. Yeah, I can't see this. Can you just post it again? I don't know, for some reason YouTube's being YouTube.
Terry, yes, can you please just post it again? Because we don't see it anywhere.
YouTube is being stupid too.
Do you think she's maybe trying to post it and it's not coming through?
I've seen that before. Like this
Yeah,
something
it's weird because there have been a few times when other people have tried to post
There we go.
show.
Love reading.
I know I've tried to post links in other, even in rooms that I've been admin.
Night Nads.
And it wouldn't let me post it. I'm saying I'm an admin. I'm trying to post it.
She wants a love reading. Is
Ooh,
love coming
love.
into my life this year? It's the only aspect I'm missing at the moment.
Oh, here it is. There we go. There we go. We've got it. Wow, that was rough. I feel like ramen.
You don't have any hair to bleach.
What did that makes no sense whatsoever.
Ramen noodle, because ramen noodle hair when you perm and bleach your hair.
Yeah, it's not what I don't want ramen noodle hair. I want ramen noodles. Oh, let's see what we got here. Oh, interesting. 10 of Cups. Oh, Lord. You know what I hate when the cards come out and it's like, are they backwards? And what the frig? So let me put this down here. So the first card is 10 of Cups. And that definitely, let's make me beg. All right. That definitely looks like love in the future there, right? They're celebrating. It looks like they're even dancing. Right? So that's definitely looks like it in this card. But now we're going to pull this one up. And it's the Strength card. So, what do we have here? What is this trying to say? There may be, love is in your future, but it's going to be a little complicated. But yeah, I definitely see something happening in the future, but it's gonna take like a little bit of a juggling act or whatever. Let's see what Lucian has. Oh, you just dropped them all on the floor. All on the floor. That's what you get. Gravity.
So, I got the woman card. So you're gonna fall in love with a woman.
Oh my God, let's be honest.
No, I'm just kidding. So woman, to me, this is a signifier card, so it literally represents you. And then I got the clouds card. To me, clouds is a lot about something that's going on internally with you that's preventing you from really opening up to someone and allowing love, because it's like you have that wall built up, and it's creating a lot of chaos, because with that wall built up, you can't let love in. You can't. What am I trying to say here? Yeah. Chris, your turn.
Terry, I've got the Three of Pentacles and the Four of Swords for you. So, as a question of whether love is coming into your life this year, that was what you asked, and that was what I kind of asked when I was shuffling the cards. I don't know if these cards are really conducive to love coming to you this year. That this doesn't scream, turn on the Marvin Gaye, love is in the air. That's not what I'm seeing in these cards. Three of Pentacles and Four of Swords, and it's the same for everyone right now. We're all very focused on making sure our material world is okay. And when I say material world, I mean things like our money, with all the shit that's been going on, and our health. Okay, and that's okay. Okay, you don't, it's good that you take the time to work on your work and rest when you need to. We all need to do that. You are absolutely perfect just the way you are. You do not need someone else, just to complete you. There's absolutely nothing, nothing wrong with the way things are just now. What I would say, and what seems to be, popping into my head, is I feel as though there might be someone around about you just now, who's maybe got their eye on you, and just because of all the shit that's going on, you're maybe not picking up on it as well as what you would if we didn't have all of this other stuff in our mind. So that's maybe just something to reflect on. Have a think about the people around about you just now, and see if that could maybe apply to someone. Definitely take the time to, Four of Swords, get your rest, heal from all the shit that's been going on. If you've had, shit of your own going on, I feel as though I'm saying shit a lot, and I do apologise. But if you've had shit of your own going on in the past, make sure you take the time to heal from that. But yeah, a couple of thoughts for you there, Terry. I hope that's helped in some way.
Cool. Oh shit! He said shit. I love it. Hi, Joe, the tarot guy. How are you? Welcome. I don't know where Lucian went because he's.
Give me 1 second.
What are you doing now?
Keep going.
Well, you have the list.
The list is right next to you.
No, it's not. Oh, it's way over there. Hold on. I got to get this list. Oh, talk about shit. Where's the pen?
Did that help, Terry? I'm coming, baby.
Yeah, Terry, did that help? Oh, yeah. Take
Where's my
this
phone?
thing. Your phone's over there. He disappeared. He does the second time. I'm going to disappear. I need to go make some noodles.
Terry's a nurse, so Terry, just thank you for everything you're doing.
There it goes. So that makes sense.
I know that's not the subject of this video, but I really admire, everyone in your position just now. You're doing an amazing job. So thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, up next we have Raven Morning Glory.
Raven Morning Glory. Yeah, and I actually forgot that Terry is a nurse, and that's a tough time for those guys now. Stay safe. That's the important thing. Stay safe. I think I still have it down there in the ticker. Stay safe. Yeah, at times like this, you got to really, 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 really take care of yourself. Morning Glory.
Oh,
Who's up?
Raven Morning Glory.
Raven
And she
Mo-
says, "What does the future hold for my son?"
Oh, there it is. It always lags over here. What does the future hold for my son? I wonder if your parents ever get a reading a lot like that. What does the future hold for my son? Ow. It was a legitimate question.
Oh, I thought you were making fun of me.
No.
Actually, no.
It's just such a cool question.
Let's see. Let's use the big guns.
I got a gun.
The boom boom gun.
The boomstick over here, booping with the looping. And if you ask me what that means, I'll tell you I don't know. Okay, Hangman. All right, okay, so the first card is the Hanged Man.
Oh.
Let me make me beg. I gotta make me beg. So we got the Hanged Man right here. And we know what the Hanged Man means. You know, it's self-sacrifice before change can occur. You know, there's something out of focus. You know, right? The thing is, once that self-sacrifice occurs, now we've got the Ace of Wands. You know, a fiery card, but also new beginnings. This could be, right? This could be the point where, you know, he is to hit his stride and actually really, really kind of come into his own. But it hinges on that self-sacrifice. That's what that Hanged Man is saying. What do you got?
Well, that's interesting because I pulled. What is it? Really, Dave?
Yep.
The Queen of Pentacles. I'm going to put over there. And then I also pulled the Hanged Man.
Oh, shit.
Double Hanged Man.
It's like a
So
hang.
that's definitely emphasizing. So with the Queen of Pentacles here. I can't ever get it in focus. It's about success, financial security, wealth. It's also about being practical, organized in order to move forward, but also being, as I see it, being raised by a strong woman as a mother who's caring and who has been there to guide him through his whole life process. So you've raised him to learn that to be strong, to plan, to, if you're in trouble, go back to his roots, his strength, his core, which is you. And then with the Hanged Man, as Dave said, self-sacrifice, but it's also about perspective and moving forward for him. Maybe it's time to change up the way he views the world, the way he views different situations in life. What he was normally doing in the past won't be working. He has to change things around, maybe look from it from a different angle. For example, like, well, I don't think
that makes sense. That makes sense because the Hanged Man, you think about it as a perspective.
Yeah.
Right? Because he's upside down. The world looks upside down.
Yeah. But it's like changing the way you think from what you normally would expect.
Yeah.
So the way you thought of things before, it's time to switch that up and realize, you know what, if I was looking at it from this angle, that may not work. So what would happen if I did it from this angle instead?
Yeah. Interesting. And now, Chris.
I think I'm seeing travel, to be honest. So maybe when, you know, Lucian and Dave have obviously both pulled the Hangman and it's that different perspective, maybe your son's going to travel to, you know, see that different perspective. I've got the Sun and the Six of Swords. So let me just kind of say overall, you know, you've got your Sun card. The Sun is like one of the happiest cards in the entire pack. You know, it's all about feeling that joy, you know, feeling fulfilled. You know, in terms of the Fool's Journey, it's number 19. We're almost at the end, so almost on the way to, full enlightenment, or whatever you want to look at the Fool's Journey as being. So no matter what, I do see, I do see a great future for your son, if you want to put it that way. And yeah, the Six of Swords is, both of these cards to me suggest travel, maybe to like a kind of a hot country, and they also both suggest healing, because the sun, we get is it vitamin D we get from the sun? Anyway, whatever it is, the sun is, it has healing properties, and it's important that we do get enough sunlight. It has a tremendous effect on our physical and mental well-being. So I really do see that as a healing card. And obviously the Six of Swords, it's all about taking, time away from the current situation to heal from the kind of crap that's gone on in the past. So yeah, I would definitely look at that and say, I'm seeing travel, I'm seeing healing, and I'm seeing a very bright future. I hope that kind of helps, makes sense.
Interesting, yes.
Awesome. Did that help at all, Raven? Also, KK, is it KK?
Kiki.
Or Kiki?
Is it
Kiki,
Kiki?
Gemini baby? Yes, you're going to be read next because I remember you were on the waiting list last time.
From last week.
Yeah, and we kind of ran out of time, so I'm putting you at the top of the list, which is good because up next...
Yeah, because we might run out of time tonight.
Yeah, but also because up next would have been Jamie Kelly, and she's not here right now. So she's the one that told me that I had to read her question.
Okay, all right, so let's do Kiki.
And then we'll do Jamie's question.
All right, so Kiki.
What is your question?
Kiki put a question in.
Where's my
Oh, Jamie Kelly says.
Oh, you are here. Oh, okay.
Okay, we'll just do it right after Kiki. Or either way, because I still see a Kiki question. Do you want to just do this one?
Yeah, we'll do Jamie first.
Okay.
Just because
the question came in quick.
Jamie had put her question down already.
With the change I know I need to make, should I make it permanent? Well, no, Jamie, we do your question's there, so we're still waiting for Kiki to post her question. So we'll grab that right after we do this one.
With the change I know I need to make, should I make it?
So should the change be made permanent? That's a good one here. That's good. Okay. Interesting. My first card we got is Temperance. Let me make me beg. Temperance. Now, when I look at this card, I see right. That's Alice. She's making a decision which piece of mushroom to eat. So I see that manifesting in that decision that you had made, or that change, and then we go with our Nine of Wands, which to me it's like almost like stand your ground. You look at him in there. I don't know what the hell that is. Looks like one of the little. I don't know what he is. He's just one of the little Alice characters. But stand your ground. With what the cards say here, I said definitely make it permanent. I don't know what the change is, but the cards saying make it permanent. What do you got?
Oh, okay. I am dying. Oh, quite fitting because I pulled the coffin.
Oh, he's coughing.
Get it? And the garden. So with the coffin, if you literally take it from an outside perspective, other than death and a time of rest, I also see a coffin as being planted, firm. You're not going anywhere because you're dead. But it's not. I don't see any
You're
movement.
underground.
It's stagnation. It's about just staying still, and you're, as morbid as it sounds, you are meant to be where you're meant to be. And then along with the coffin, we also think of we just think of that. And then with the garden, sorry, I don't know where my brain's going right now. Buffering a lot.
He's buffering.
With the garden, you think about the complete opposite. It's about growth. From where there's death sprouts life. But it's interesting with the coffin and the garden is, to me, it's showing that you're meant to stay where you are. It's meant to be permanent, because from that stagnation, from staying where you are and staying planted, will sprout that success, and the you will then gain your fruition from staying put and making that change permanent.
Did you steal my lighter?
No, I didn't. And what did you get, Chris?
I've got the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, Queen being water element, Wands being fire element. And I've got Temperance, which is all about, balancing, different elements. Quite often in tarot decks, you'll see Temperance having one vial of fire, one vial of water. So both of these cards, speak to me a lot of balance. To be honest, I feel as though you need to be open to being changeable. Both of these cards are very kind of balanced. They're ready to whip out that other element if they need to. I don't know whether I would advise you to make any permanent decisions just now. I think it's important for you to be as adaptable as you can at this time. All right. So that would be my advice. That doesn't mean that you're not going to go on to effectively make this a permanent change. But for now, the mindset that I feel that you want to go into this with is, balance and adaptability. If things are a bit too far in one direction, let's just bring it back. Make sure you're kind of looking after yourself and doing what you need to do for yourself. You've got to come first. So sorry, guys. I know that was a wee bit might have contradicted you guys a wee bit, but that was just what I saw in these cards. Yeah, that's me.
There we go. No, that was good.
Dave's disappeared.
Yeah, we're just alternating disappearing now. And then next time we do that and come back, Chris will be gone. Oh, that's up. Hold on. Oh,
how was that, by the way? Sorry, who were we reading for there? Was it Jamie?
Yeah, that was Jamie. Did that make sense, Jamie?
Yeah, how was that? Because I'm conscious that we didn't know what the change was that you were asking about. So it's hard for us to kind of say whether that would have made sense or not. So yeah, do give us some feedback. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's good. Okay. Cool.
Okay. Good thing, Chris, you were spot on. I guess Dave and I were not.
No, she says, I think it is spot on, Chris. So, on the whole.
Okay. I have a list. Why am I looking at the computer thinking like you guys would know what the list is? Kiki, are you still here?
So whilst we're waiting on Kiki, guys, go hit that like button. Give Crossed Paths a wee subscribe. Turn on those notifications. We'll wait until you come back. Don't worry. We're not going anywhere. Go do it. Do it now.
Just checking my phone. Oh, good, Jamie. No problem, Jamie. Okay, Kiki, I don't know where you are. So, Oak Shadow or Shadow Oak Manor, are you still here?
How many people are on the list, Lucy?
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh,
We've gotten through half of them.
nice. I'm having great fun. I don't want to jinx it, and then let the next cards up, I'll be like, no idea what this means. But yeah, knock on wood. This is good
Okay,
fun.
so Shadow Oak, I don't hear you. Elaine Gunter, are you here? What are you doing, Dave?
Is there anybody out there?
Jeez, what's with all that noise racket over there? Are you really making like something over there in the kitchen?
Yes.
Okay, Natasha Wilson, are you here?
Is Dave making food?
Yeah, she's. What are you?
I don't know what it
making?
is.
What is that?
Look at it. It's like that.
The hell
It's
is
cooking good looking.
You're making noodles right
I
now?
want noodles.
Really, you can't wait until after this, Dave, because I'm starving too. But come on, don't be rude now.
Natasha's here.
See what I mean?
Oh,
by
Natasha,
that?
What's your question, love?
Next to
So
Crab Apple or
Natasha,
something.
what is your question, Dave? Natasha, what is your question, love?
You gotta take this off the screen.
What do I need to do now to make the most of the situation?
It's right here. What does that mean?
What?
What is that?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I did that. It's just part of the list. It's like a
Okay.
check off. The little check off bubble.
Oh. All right. What do I need to do now to make the most of the
Okay,
situation?
Sophie, thanks for stopping in.
Most of the situation. All right, first card I have is Five of Cups. Uncertainty. If you look at that, let me make me big. Gotta be big. Right here. You'll notice here, right? The cups are out of reach. One thing, though, you got to notice in this card is that, if you notice, there is cups on the floor. So she's going for the cups that are out of reach, but there's some right before her. That tells me in a reading is that don't overreach for things. Be grateful for what you have now, where you are now. That other stuff will come in time. And the follow-up card the second card is the Magician. The Magician creates his own reality. He creates what he needs. He creates the tools that he needs. So you put this together, just have a little bit of patience, make the best of the situation, be grateful for what you have now, be grateful for the situation you have now, and just kind of baby steps towards improvement, because the power is within you as the Magician to create your own your own reality, if you would. What do you have?
I pulled the 7 of Wands and the 10 of Swords. Where it is. There we go. Just overall, what I see is really it's about being in the moment, experiencing the now. To make the most of it, you basically just have to go with the flow of what's happening around you, experiencing it at its max. Don't worry about what are the consequences of doing this specific thing, what are the consequences of that. Just really enjoy it. That's what I see from the Seven of Wands and the Ten of Swords.
Okay.
As a general overall.
Let's see what Chris has.
So I also got a 7 and a 10. Lucian, look at this. 7,
Oh, wow.
7 and a 10.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's interesting. What do they call that? Synchronicity. And this is my favourite card in this pack. I just love this wee raven. Or is that even what that is? A raven? Whatever kind of bird that is, I just love him. He looks as though someone's just walked in on him whilst he's in the shower. He looks raging. He's like, wow! Oh my god! Seven of Swords. You're asking what you can do to make the most of a situation. It's quite hard to gauge from that, is this a great situation and you just want to make the most of it, or has shit been going down and you're kind of wanting to know, right, what do I do here? How do I move forward? Seven of Swords suggests it might be the latter. It might be that, shit's gone down, things have been a wee bit crappy, and, you might feel a wee bit betrayed. And I'm sorry if this just isn't resonating at all, but that's what I'm seeing in that card. What I would say, the advice that I would give is, take some time to, assess your situation. You've not been left with nothing. Sevens for me are all about, assessment and thinking about, where you are and how you progress from there. Seven of Swords, although, that standard image is, the wee guy taking off with 5 of the swords, you're still left with 2. So have a think about what you still have, and then that second card, that Ten of Pentacles, that suggests to me that there are people around about you who have got your back. There's people around about you who are your absolute rock, if that makes sense. Concentrate on that. Okay, concentrate on the positive things that you still have around about you. I don't want to say don't focus on the negative, because that's like a cliche and everybody says that, but acknowledge the negative, assess your situation, and look at what you've been left with, and move on. Acknowledge it, move on, draw a line under it, and just kind of, like I say, be thankful for for the good things that you do still have, because you might be feeling a wee bit right now like, I'm not really seeing what that is, but they are there, or at least that's what I'm seeing in these cards. So really try and focus on that, because they'll bring you that happiness, that joy that the scene depicts and the Ten of Pentacles.
Awesome.
That helps.
Cool. Yeah.
Excuse me, just dying over here. You're doing really, really well, Chris. I'm very actually impressed.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Very, very good.
Yes. All right, who's next?
Did that help at all?
Natasha, wasn't it?
Thank you.
I think we got another question, by the way. Were we waiting on a question from...
Oh, yeah. Shadow posted his. So Shadows is up a bit right here. His question is...
I don't know where my place in line is. But
the question is, in the process of buying a house, it's been a very long struggle with many setbacks. Is this really the right home for me?
Oh.
Buying a house is always fraught with setbacks and things like that. Can I just say, we did it for the first time just over a year ago. Well, actually, no, a year and a half ago now. I wouldn't always necessarily be put off by that kind of thing. I'm not seeing any of that in any cards. I'm just saying, like, don't let that necessarily put you off, because it is a stressful time. That's just the way it is. It's just my 2 cents worth, sorry.
Okay. So the first thing that comes up, let's make me big, is we've got the Page of Swords. Pages to me, the bringer of news. They, they're on your side, right, to do battle. That's why he's got the sword, but it's a sword card. But you're going to find something out fairly soon in the battle. So stick with it. Stick with it for a little while longer. And then Eight of Pentacles, again, right, this is the card of productivity, of, getting things done. So I do think it's worth, you put this much work into it already. Just take it a little further. If it's the home you really want. So this is what you're gonna do, is you're gonna take all the struggle aside, right? If you could move in tomorrow, is it the home you really want to be in? And if that's the answer is yes, then the struggle's worth it. Right? You can't be put off by that struggle. And I think that's what the cards are saying here. And plus with the page, I see pages as bringers of news. A lot of times good news. So I think so. I think it's worth a little more of the struggle. What do you have?
I pulled sorry, like struggling picking my cards up here. The Four of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. Now, with the Four of Swords, it's all about the stress, anxiety of the whole situation with trying to purchase a house. It's creating this feeling of being overwhelmed, stress, and feeling like you're mentally overloaded with everything that's basically going on in this current situation. And it's basically with the Four of Swords, it's saying that everything that you're feeling will actually turn out to not be as bad as you potentially think it is. As long as you kind of set aside all of those fears, doubts that you're feeling, that feeling of being overwhelmed, just kind of like shove it over to the side. And be calm, rational about it. Plan the situation more if you have to. If you need outside help, seek it. And then with the Wheel of Fortune, as we know, is about a cycle. It's about luck, karma. Things will turn out positive in the end. As well, with your cards, Dave, you said something about having strength. Did you say?
No.
Oh,
bringer of news and then productivity.
Oh yeah, productivity.
Working towards
there we go.
it.
Working towards it. As long as you keep up with what you're doing and not losing sight of where you want to go to, you will get there. But with all houses, to me, even if I wasn't looking at any of these cards, if you're still doubting whether or not it's the right house, then it probably isn't. With the Wheel of Fortune, it's also about continuation. So maybe it might have to be a time of not giving up, but not going with this initial house. Maybe look at other options that are out there for you. Because you will know when you find that right house. It'll be like you get there, you're super excited, you want it. For me, whenever there's like that doubt feeling, I never usually go with it, and I kind of sort out my options. So that's what I see.
All right, let's hop over to Chris.
Cool. So the first card I've got is the Tower, and I think that's really reflecting how you're feeling right now, Shadow. Obviously moving house is a big deal for anyone that does it. You're basically going from, your current place of residence, you feel stable and secure, and you've kind of, I don't know how long you've been there, but obviously any house we live in, we can tend to kind of build a bit of ourselves into that. So when you move away from that, that's always going to feel really stressful. It's always going to feel like everything's been torn down around you, and you're basically starting afresh. So the tower really reflects that. It really reflects how you're feeling about the whole situation just now. But the second card I've got is the Magician. Now the Magician, so he's got all the tools of the trade, hasn't he? I mean, the Magician can pretty much do whatever he or she wants. You know, he's quite often you'll see him with, you know, the wand, the sword, the pentacle, and cup. Here, I don't know how well you know the light seers, but you've got the kind of the four elements symbolised and the kind of magic that's coming from his hands. So that really says to me that you know you could do this. Do you know what I mean? If this is the right move for you, you've got everything in your arsenal that you need to be able to make this move and to make it work. Try and be a wee bit more self-confident about it. The Magician's, you know, obviously full of confidence. Even if he's not outwardly confident, he's very good at you know, faking it until he makes it, as it were. So yeah, you've got everything you need. I know that you're feeling as though, you know, everything's crumbling down around about you just now. That's only natural. Things are looking really positive. So, you know, and you know, Lucian, I like Lucian's Wheel of Fortune card there, because the Wheel of Fortune, it's all about that change. You know, it's cycles. Things are going to kind of turn around. You might be feeling shitty right now, as is natural to be, but you know, it'll only be so long before that wheel reverses itself, and you know, you're back to feeling in control and on top of things and that. So stick with it. And like the guys have said, you know, if it's not meant for you, you will know it. Do you know what I mean? What's for you won't go past you, as it were. And I'm going to leave it on that nice wee cliche.
Awesome. Did that help, Shadow Oak? And then I see that Aileen is still here. Oh, that's good. And then just to make sure, Denise, are you here? And KL, are you guys still here? Oh, Aileen, what is your question?
It's not alien, it's Aileen, isn't it, Aileen?
That's what I just said. I didn't say
alien. I thought you said alien.
No, I said Aileen.
Aileen.
Opal's going back to cleaning after Aileen's reading. Sounds like great fun, Opal.
Cleaning's no fun.
Hi, y'all. I am an inspiring tarot reader. What are some things I need to be aware of on my tarot path? Will I be successful?
Okay, let's see.
Well, I can tell you, anyone can be a successful tarot reader with patience and practice.
Amy said, I said alien. I said alien, but in my accent that might sound a wee bit like alien.
Okay.
So alien.
Sorry.
I do apologise. I think I am saying alien, but if it sounds like alien, I'm not calling you an alien. It's just my accent.
Oh, it sounds all right. Aileen. All right, anyways. That was good. The first card we have is... That's the wrong question.
What?
That's not what we're doing. We put the right question up here.
Oh,
all right.
Sorry.
Hi, y'all. I am an aspirant tarot reader. What are some of the things I need to be aware of on my tarot? First card here, right? I said the Eight of Swords. I love this card. It just speaks volumes. She's holding, you know, bound and held back and imprisoned. Don't get into, you know, and don't get yourself overwhelmed, and don't hold yourself back. Like when you're first starting to learn something, and I see it in this card right here, it tends to get overwhelming. It tends to be too much sometimes, and we can get discouraged. Don't do that. You know, be patient. You know, take the time, make it, you know, and learn it. But The next card, and I'm glad this card came up, is the Magician card. The Magician, right? He has all his tools of the trade. The Magician can conjure his tools. Like if you look at this card, right? The Caterpillar is creating his tools out of smoke. So he can do that. So this is the thing what I'm getting here, especially with tarot. Don't get overwhelmed. Take it slow, but also trust your intuition. Create those tools. I think a lot of people, when they start to learn tarot, get a little bit discouraged, worrying about memorizing every meaning and all that of each card. While it is important to do that, that comes in time. Just third eye it. Really create those visions. Look into the cards and create that story and those visions. Not create it, but you'll read it as it becomes real, as you look into the cards. And also, and this isn't really the card thing, this is some wizardly advice. Find that deck that you connect with. Everyone's got that deck or a few decks here and there that they really connect with and really just resonates with them. You find that deck and then you start doing some readings, practice. You're going to be good. So that's a little advice to come with the reading. Hello? You're up.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at the TV because the TV's blue. So I pulled the whip and the book. Look at that. So the whip and the book, obviously the whip, we think of whoosh, crackdown, time to really focus. And then the book is all about study, yada, yada. But further into that, it's about, along with your studies and focus, it's about constant practice. And my advice, going beyond just those cards, is to really look at the cards. Yeah, it's okay to look in the book and see, okay, what does this definition mean for the card? That's one way to learn it. But it's more than that. It's about going beyond the vision of that single meaning, because with every card, it'll give you a list of a meaning of what a single card means. But it's really about going within that card, walking around the card, seeing what's in it. What do all these elements represent within the one card? Expanding your mind beyond those words, because as we know, every single word has different meanings. It's not just one word means that one thing. A word is multifaceted. And then it's about taking your knowledge of the book definition and then your intuitive definition and marrying the two together to create your own vision. That's one thing that I really, really love about tarot, you guys, is because it's about that ability to take what you've learned, deconstruct the tarot cards, and then build them back up into a vision that makes sense to you. Yeah. Because to every person, everyone reads differently. Everyone sees a card differently.
Yeah.
And that's what the beauty of tarot is.
So a couple questions. Aline says, are those cards around it? Yes. See the cards all around her. Very easily for her to be overwhelmed. But be aware of that. John T asks, what deck am I using? I am using the Barbara Moore Tarot in Wonderland. It's an Alice in Wonderland themed deck. All right, let's hop over to Chris and see what he has to say.
So I have got the Chariot, and look at this, Dave. I've also got the Magician as my second card. And that's the second time in a row I pulled the Magician. So the Magician seems to have a hell of a lot to say for himself tonight. Mm-hmm. Chariot for me is about, taking the different aspects of your life. If you're wanting to go into it and be a tarot reader, don't forget that you've got a whole other life there. You will need to be aware that it might be a wee bit difficult to balance those two things. Okay, and to get those two things pointing in the same direction to drive you forward. Okay, so that's maybe something you're going to have to do a wee bit of thinking about. You're maybe going to take a wee bit of trying things out to get everything else that makes up you, the amazing person that you are, and getting that working alongside what you want to do with the tarot. Okay. Once you learn to do that, I mean, the chariot is let's call a spade a spade. The chariot is all about victory. The charioteer is basically parading down, celebrating, and everybody's cheering them on and stuff. So definitely, you can definitely make this work. Just be aware that you might have to balance different aspects to get that. The magician, what I'm seeing here, so I read somewhere very recently that if the tarot was to be symbolized in one card, it would probably be the magician. I don't really remember what the explanation for that was, so I'm just going to leave you with that one wee random thought. The magician, for me, the magician and the high priestess kind of counterbalance each other, right? The magician is all about, outward skills and knowledge. It's things that, you can do to impress people. Traditionally, the magician is that kind of street trickster. It's the kind of person that kind of draws you in and you really want to see, what can this guy do? The high priestess is more about, that inner knowledge, bit more mysterious, like I kind of said earlier on. She's a bit more mysterious. She speaks in riddles, and the high priestess is really what a lot of people think about when they think of a tarot reader. Okay, so what I'm getting from this, obviously you want to have all that high priestess stuff going on. You want to be thinking inwards and thinking about, what the tarot meanings are, using your intuition and all that. But don't forget about that magician aspect. Don't forget about that outward aspect that's going to let you engage with other people. Because, being a tarot reader, it's there's two people involved. There's you and the person you're reading for. And it's kind of important that that it's working both ways. Okay. So yeah, definitely think about not just the whole intuition and the inward and the mystery behind it. Think about how you can make it engaging to other people and make it interesting for them. I think that's what I see in these cards.
Pretty cool.
Awesome.
Hope that helps.
Awesome.
Um,
What?
Oh.
What?
Click it.
Oh, put us on. Okay, sorry. I was taking the words off the thing. Well, you're like distracting me. Let me produce it. You're like, and I'm like, what?
So did that help at all, Aileen? And then up next is Denise, Whispers of 3, if you're still in here. And then after Denise is KL.
It was after KL.
And then that's it.
And that's it. So
And
Whispers
that
of
is our
3.
list for tonight.
There's our
Hi,
list.
Janice. What's for dinner, Janice? Janice says dinner's in the oven.
Aileen.
What's for dinner? I'm interested to know.
Oh, yeah, me. I'm starving too. Yeah, what are you making me, Janice?
So Aileen just said, thank you. Resonates with me greatly. That's good. And then Denise just said, I'd like a spiritual path reading, please.
Spiritual path.
Hi, Opal.
I think Janice is in Rhode Island.
Don't work too hard on your cleaning.
She's one of the locals. Unless that's not the same Janice.
Huh?
The Janice that's cooking. Is she the one that's here? Or is that a different Janice?
No, that's Janice that we met during Tarot Talk.
That's the one from Rhode Island.
No, not that Janice.
Okay, it was a different
A
Janice.
different Janice.
Okay. I know there's a couple of Janices. Oh, crawfish pie, baby. Oh, now I can go for that. I know he won't, but hey. Oh, so where is we're gonna put it up here?
Spiritual path reading.
Where's the thingy? Well, I don't see it on this list. Oh, well, spiritual path. Mm-hmm. Oh boy, is that the same? Oh, that's no, but that's Lenormand, so that's different.
Yeah.
Well, the shuffling, shuffle. It's like the truffle.
Yeah,
shuffle.
see, Janice is in Georgia. She's the one that was that.
Yeah, I remember. No, I remember the Janice. Yeah. No, I thought they were both there though. Anyways, on to the reading.
That's what I just said.
Yes. You said, oh, the one from Tarot Stock. Well, they're both, but they're
Oh, they were. Sorry.
right. Okay. First card here is, I got to make myself big. We have the King of Pentacles. Now, we know how this, I mean, it's the Mad Hatter here. And we know how he is very erratic and very, Mad Hatter. Next card is Knight of Swords. Knights bring change, right? Knights, think of your knight in shining armor, your knight, they come to the rescue. What I'm getting here is that your spiritual path at this point. Oh, look, it's cool. The clouds kind of match up. Look at that, almost the shape. Anyways, I'm sorry. Could be a little chaotic. And what I'm seeing here in these cards is to try to, I don't want to say simplify things, but I guess that is simplify things. Focus on certain aspects. Focus on tarot for a while. Focus on, deities. Don't try to do too much at once, or the Mad Hatter will ensue, and it could be overwhelming, and it could be, it could drive you mad. So I'm getting that here. What do you got, Lucian?
So I pulled the Tower and the Anchor, which is very interesting because the Tower, we think of protection, we think of solitude. Also, when you think of a tower can go high up. So to me, it also represents that divine connection to the ethereal realm and that being lifted up spiritually. And then with the anchor, to me, I think of like spiritual anchor. Like you need to find someone that will help you to connect to your spiritual self, whether it be a guide, possibly a spirit guide, or a physical person, like a mentor to teach you along the path that you're looking to seek.
Yeah, the anchors hold us in place.
Yeah.
in life.
Yeah.
Even in our spiritual world, you have these anchors that hold you in place, that ground you.
Oh yes, anchor for grounding. Sorry,
Grounding.
that's why I also forgot.
Okay.
That was a quick one. That was it.
All right, Chris.
So I've got the Ten of Wands and the wheel, which is the Wheel of Fortune. In terms of spiritual path, Ten of Wands, it's all about for me, the Ten of Wands is coming to the end of a path. There's a word that we use in Scotland, it's scunnered, and it basically means it's when you're feeling bumped down, it's when you're feeling fed up. If you're really scunnered with something, you've reached the end of your tether and something needs to change. And that's kind of the Ten of Wands energy for me. So I would question have a think about how you're feeling about your path so far. The Wheel tells me that you need to be open to changing. Don't feel as though because you've started out on one particular path, that's you for life. Okay, so I don't know, Whispers, I don't know how you define your spirituality. But say, your spirituality as tarot and crystals, don't feel as though that's how you need to continue from now on. If you feel like you need to make a change, then you make a change, and you can do it. So you've got the Wheel of Fortune behind you. Just maybe take some time to reflect on how you're feeling about your path so far. Is it working for you? It might be that things are going great and I'm picking up on the message wrong. But if you are feeling a wee bit scunnered, then be open to change. Don't feel like you're stuck on that path. I feel as though I'm saying the same things over and over again now, so I'm going to leave it there. That's my message. Be open to change if you need to be.
Awesome. Awesome. Oh, cool, Becky. You're in Rome. That's awesome. Someday I want to visit Rome. So hopefully that made sense. Spiritual path. And that was, who's that for? That was for Denise.
Denise. Did that help, Denise?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Actually, I can see on here if she says something.
Yeah, this chat here is getting a bit laggy. I don't know. what's
Denise
laggy.
just said, thank you guys. You've given me a lot to think about. Thank you.
Awesome.
Hi, Nebresha, Archie. And then finally we have KL. Are you still here, KL?
All right, finally on the list, KL.
And then we are done for tonight.
Yeah, Chris, you're in Scotland. What time is it on your end?
It's 5 minutes past midnight. I think I'm 5 hours ahead of you guys.
Yeah. Oh, you must be tired.
No, I'm doing okay. I'm still going strong. I've got my vodka and Coke, and I'm not long after a cup of tea. So I've got my energy pushing me forward.
Now, are you working now? What's like COVID and all that going on in Britain?
Yes, so I'm working from home. I work in the insurance industry. So I work from home. I can just basically do my normal job, but from home, which is great. I sometimes I get fed up with my work, but I really need to. When I start thinking like that, I really need to kind of dial it back and think, right, I need to be grateful that I'm still working and earning and all that kind of thing. So yeah, but right now I'm off on holiday. I'm off on annual leave. So I don't go back to work until next Tuesday. So I can stay up as late as I need to.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. I'm working from home. I roll out of bed and fall into the chair. That's working.
How do you find it, Dave? How do you find working from
I hate
home?
it. I hate it.
You hate it?
I hate it. My office, I work at a big.
He hates it because I bug him 24/7.
Well, no, I mean you do bug me 24/7, but no, seriously. So I work in IT. I'm a systems administrator. But regardless of that, I don't know. I feed on people. It's. I work for a big company, and I'll put this out there. I'm spoiled. We have a big cafeteria, and my routine, because here's the thing. I'll tell you the story. I started this new job March 9th. I worked in the office for a week, and then they sent us home.
Oh gosh.
But it was awesome because we had a big cafeteria. I got my breakfast every morning. It was just there's a whole culture in it, but working from home, it's like I miss that. I miss that just with the people. We all gathered together. All right, let's go down and take a break. All 20 of us, because I sit with the network team. We'll go down and take a break. It's just the whole coworker aspect of it.
So Kay says I was going to ask the same thing. Oh, general spiritual path.
Oh, awesome. General spiritual path. All right. Let's make us beg. Do the shuffly pluffle.
Sorry, are you guys hearing my shuffling really loud?
No, it's just me struggling to try to shuffle because I suck at shuffling.
Well, do you want me to go
No.
first? I guess?
Oh yeah. No. I thought you were going to say you want me to try to shuffle. No.
Oh no. I guess I'll go first
Yeah, you
because
go
while you were
first.
blabbing, Dave, I already shuffled. So I pulled for you, Kay, the mountain and the tree. Oop, hold on. Why is this all weird? Here we go. So we have the mountain and the tree. So with that, the mountain, we see a path. You're on the path that you're meant to be on. But with the mountain, I always see it as a challenge that lies ahead. That's always present, always there, always fixed. So within this path that you're on, you're going to need to realize that you're coming to a challenge that is going to be presenting in front of you. And you need to have strength for that to move forward. You will push past it. But at the same time, along with the tree is all about growth. It's all about your roots. When you think about it, tree also represents life and the ancestors. The ancestors are going to be there beside you to help give you that strength you need at that time when that challenge will arise. And then growth, it's all about you're on that path. You're exactly where you're meant to be here and now within your spiritual path. It's all about the learning process. It's all about the growth, because a lot of the time people always are like, they want to get to the end result. They want to become like the master in their craft. And to me, it's not about that end result or all these issues or the ups and downs. Oh no, it is about the ups and downs. It's about that whole process that you go through within your spirituality that makes it part of your spiritual growth and experience. It's not about rushing through it like a lot of people try to do and trying to accumulate all this knowledge. It's like people need to realize that it's all about with the tree. The tree also, because how long does it take a tree to go? Ages to go, to grow, ages and ages and ages. So it's about taking your time with your path. Enjoy it. Enjoy the process that you're going through. Be prepared for the challenges that rise ahead, but know that you have your ancestors behind you to back you up. Damn, I am good. You're up next, Dave.
Okay. First, we have the devil card, and we know the devil is, the master manipulator. Be careful of that as you embark on your spiritual path. There's a lot of influences out there that can kind of pull you in one direction or the other. Be aware of that. Be aware of that. And the second card, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So here's something that stands out to me in this particular reading. I see a lot of animals on Alice as she slumbers or sleeps in that, I guess that's a big giant chair. Somewhere there's a spirit guide or an animal guide trying to communicate with you right now. Take the time to meditate on that, because there is a spirit guide trying to communicate with you. You need to reach out and get that message. So I would definitely try meditating on that. Whatever works for you, different techniques. I got a similar reading, and I decided, because I never knew who my animal guide was. And I did something similar to a shamanic journey, and, reached out in meditation to find out what my spirit animal was, my spirit guide was, and what they were trying to tell me. I think you should do the same thing, because there is a message out there that you need to meditate on, that a spirit guide is trying to get to you. Okay. So that's what I got. What do you got, Chris?
Can I just ask, by the way, after Kay asked that question, Kay said I think my Roku is on a lag. So forgive my ignorance, but does anyone know what Roku means? Roku? R-O-K-U?
It could be Roku. Roku is like an Apple TV streaming device.
Oh, right, okay. I thought it was like some spiritual thing.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay.
So I've got the Page of Swords, and I've got the Nine of Cups for you. Page of Swords is all about, thinking outside the box. The Page of Swords has got, you can see her here, she's got all these light bulbs, and they all represent, new ideas. Always got a book in her hand, so she's very studious. Oh, I forget what the word is. I'm going to make a fool of myself here, but forever the student. And you can actually see, when I say thinking outside the box, that's really key here, because you can see that the Page of Swords, she's not like using her sword to fight anybody. She's using her sword to get from one place to the other. Okay, so she's using it in a really kind of innovative and new way. Yeah, so we're talking about spiritual path. So, be open to kind of new and radical new things. Okay, don't think like you need to, when you're talking spiritual path, it doesn't need to be like the method of the ancients. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't need to be something that someone's came up with 1,000 years ago. Okay, you've clearly got lots of kind of new ideas about how you can take yourself forward, and everyone, I think I said this earlier on, everyone's spirituality is very individual. Okay, so really kind of be in touch with yourself there, your own kind of ideas and stuff like that. Nine of Cups, I would question whether your spirituality is eventually going to encompass other people. Okay, so for Nine of Cups, for me, is all about celebrating with the people around about you, and obviously cups. Usually we think about love and matters of the heart, but it's about emotional connections, and emotional connections includes your intuition, which is for me at least links in with spiritual path. So be open to new things. Be open to potentially, I don't know how you. I said this to Whispers as well. I don't know how you clash yourself spiritually, but if it's say for example it's witchcraft, be open to joining a coven and involving other people and learning from other people and really drawing from their energy. Okay, whatever your path is, be open to involving others in it as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be you on your own.
Cool.
It's me.
Oh, well, I clicked the total wrong thing. Here we go. Hold on.
Did you just like remove him?
I gave him the boot. By accident.
Sorry about that, guys.
I clicked the wrong thing. I fixed it. All right.
Yeah,
hopefully that made sense, Kay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. All right, we've been on...
very eclectic. So yeah, that page of swords, that's page of swords energy right there. So yeah, I hope that helped, Kay. Did that kind of resonate with you?
Oh, very eclectic. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, eclectic's great. I mean, I'm very eclectic myself. I mean, I refer to myself as a wizard.
I think that eclectic is mostly everyone these days.
Most people are. And eclectic just means, multifaceted. Just
you pull from different things to make it your own. You're not just one practice.
Yeah, you're not
you pull from every different kind of source.
And I'm telling you, ask me, eclectic is the way to be. Well, that's a rhyme.
To quote, no, I'm not even going to quote that. Never mind. Be who you want to be. That's the new quote.
Be you. That's the new quote. Be you.
Yes.
Because you are you, and there's no other you like you.
You are like a diamond.
My God,
one of a kind. Wait, are diamonds one of a kind? You're like a snowflake. One of a kind, unique. I don't think diamonds are really like unique. I think
you come here for readings and you get the sage advice.
Right.
Oh, guys.
Anyways. 2-hour reading. Not bad. Not bad.
It's been 2 hours.
Guys,
thanks for joining us. Hit the like and subscribe button.
And Chris, thank you so much for joining. This was a lot of fun. We definitely have to have you back again.
Definitely.
And
we'll talk about that. Don't leave right away. We'll go backstage and we're going to talk about doing this again.
We're going to talk about Just kidding.
So, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you so much to you guys, Lucian and Dave. Thanks so much for having me. I've thoroughly enjoyed myself. I'm absolutely buzzing. I don't know if that's maybe another kind of Scottish word, but I'm buzzing. It means I'm very excited and had a great time. It may well be, it might be the vodka. And thank you so much to everyone in the chat. You are all really kind of encouraging, and your kind of your encouragement's kind of boosted me. So yeah, thank you very much to everyone. It was really nice to kind of to get to come on here and read for you.
Oh, you did a killer job.
Yeah, you were really, really good tonight, Chris.
Absolutely.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Yeah. Round of applause for Chris. Round of applause.
Yay! All right, guys. Thank you.
Bye,
have
everyone.
A great night.
Have a good night.